Hello and welcome back to another episode of Haven, where we are going to jump straight into what was it? Just leaving the nest?
Any idea of where we could find other aerial flow threads?
There was one back on Chogari, wasn't it? Although I have no idea how to get there.
No worries. That's what the radar is for.
Okay. Doesn't say exactly where I'm supposed to go though.
Try drifting next time.
Thanks you.
It makes faster turns.
Yeah, I am aware. I suppose I'll just pick this one and we'll see what happens. Gotta go somewhere, I guess.
Do we agree this thing does not look very natural?
Yeah. It's probably satellite debris or a rocket propeller? This part of space is a real dump.
I don't know. This stone circle around it still looks weird to me.
This? These aren't stones. They're Bryums mollis mollis. Bloofs, for short.
Bloofs?
Yeah, because when you sit on them, it goes.
Bloof.
Ooh, I like.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, I fall asleep in beanbags, so we'll go with that.
I think I could fall asleep right here. You? You?
Who? What? I told you I'm not going back. Go bloot yourselves!
You. It's me. I think you fell asleep.
Oh, sorry. These bloofs are way too comfortable. You can't leave me here.
If we ever need to sleep under the stars, we'll know where to come.
Yeah, that is camping for you, so it's more or less exactly as they say. You can use it as a sort of a mini nest, eat a little bit and sleep through the day if you're not going to be able to get back to the nest in time. Not that I ever really need to camp in this playthrough, I don't think.
I feel like a whole new world just opened up.
Right, well, I guess we'll just pick these.
Are you sure this one is right?
And off we go.
Passes. Turquoise nodulated cap, semi-resupinate, smooth margin, and hymenium is adnate. Anastomizing lamellae are condylar with sharp and regular marginates. Short viscid stripe, flaring slightly underneath the lamellae. Subric fibrous flesh, tight under the hymenophore yet spongy around the tubes. These are definitely Helicobacinium applanatum.
Nice. Are they a good mushroom or a bad mushroom?
Are they good ones or bad ones?
Good ones.
Brilliant.
Very good ones. Not only is Helicobacinium applanatum edible, but it also has healing and immunostimulating qualities. An all-in-one first aid kit.
That's perfect. Let's binge on helicaps and immunostimulate our guts.
Helicobacinium applanatum?
Yeah, like I said, helicaps.
I mean, if you're gonna, like, shrink the name of...
As long as they're leaving some for us.
If you're gonna shrink the name of Bloofs down to Bloofs, then why not? Because I'm not gonna stand here and say the Latin term for them, even though I can speak it.
Signature move, perfect execution, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
What?
I think I just swallowed a bug.
And that is why you do not glide with your mouth open, Kay.
Now what is this?
No idea. But its engine hood would be a great fit on the nest.
Would that even fit?
Is that even possible?
Yes? Engine hoods are one of the very few standard pieces in the entire space industry.
Someone got all the manufacturers to agree?
No. One manufacturer gobbled all the others.
Same result.
I mean, yeah.
All right then, let's go.
Go where?
Well, to the nest. Aren't we taking the hood?
Yeah, yes we are. We'll do that, sure.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure that engine hood for the nest is not going to fit the engine of like a battleship
Let me
or
know if I
something.
can help.
Surely there's a size difference. We just got lucky, right? Not that I'm actually complaining.
I am happy to say that is over and done with.
You know, that is one nice vehicle.
Of course. I'm the one who built it.
Do you still consider this the same nest as the one you fixed up as a teenager?
What do you mean?
Well, we just changed the engine hood.
I just changed the engine hood.
Yes, okay, you did. But this isn't the first thing you've changed on the nest. And I hope it isn't the last one either. So, my question is, at what point does the nest, the one at the beginning, stop being the nest? Was it the first time you changed a part? Or will it be when you replace the last original part? Assuming you haven't done so yet.
The cells are the same though for living beings.
Afterward? And even then, before you fixed it up the first time, all the spare parts that would eventually make up the nest, were they already the nest?
Yeah, exactly. You, like, what about you? Are you still the same K? All your cells have changed.
What about you? Are you still K?
Huh?
Your body cells are constantly renewing, aren't they? Ever since you were born, you probably don't have that many cells in common with the K from the beginning. Actually, you two may not have a single cell in common. So,
Is
are
it
you
7
still
years
K?
that we've replaced everything in the human body?
I'll let you ponder that one.
I think it's 7 years.
Kay! We need to go home now! You can think about that tomorrow, okay?
Completely blew his mind there. You.
Before we start fixing anything, we'll need to find the replacement parts.
Yes, we will. For now, let's go in. Well, we'll give Oink his scratches.
oink? Who's Daddy's oink? Who's that? Oh, you are! Yes, you are.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Kate.
You know, this planet in bits is pretty weird.
Are you just realizing this now?
No, but, I mean, having self-standing bits gravitating around a larger core would make sense. It could be a sign of a young planet still in formation. But why would the apiary try to colonize such a jumble? From a logistical standpoint, it makes no sense.
That's true. They must have had a very good reason.
Unless
What?
Source wasn't in this condition when they arrived.
What do you mean? Did the apiary cause this to happen?
I didn't say that, but it's a possibility. If we keep on exploring, we should know more.
I mean, you can colonize anything for anything. We colonized, as a British, we colonized lots of places for resources. It didn't have to be a perfect, habitable place. Most of the big colonizers have laid a stake in Antarctica
late.
just for
Can't we do this
owning a bit of
tomorrow
Antarctica.
instead?
That sort of prestige
Sure.
that comes with it. You can send
Sure.
out and try and stick your flag on everything. It's just something that humans have done in the past. You go and there's available space, take it.
It's kind of a regressive dish, isn't it?
Why'd you say that?
Well, it's a lot of fat and carbs. You're usually more fine dining.
That's true. There's more if you want.
Definitely. What about one-handed? Can you do a one-handed push-up?
One-handed push-ups are full of blood. They're for show-offs.
Okay, but can you do it?
Never tried.
As if. You just can't do it.
I'm sure I could.
Go ahead then. Do it.
No, I told you, it's full of blood. I don't want to pop my shoulder or throw out my back.
Your loss. I mean, I used to find the two-handed push-ups impressive, but I'm starting to get used to them. You'll have to freshen up.
I used to be able to do one-handed push-ups. Well, I suppose we'll see what something new is, Kay.
Do you want to see something new?
Yes?
Are you ready?
Yes?
Ready? Back push-ups.
Whoa! So strong. How could I possibly resist?
No one's asking you to resist.
That is true.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's worked out for you, Kate. I'm not too sure whether it would work out for somebody else.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
The sun was still high when we went to sleep, so I would say early afternoon.
No, I mean the real time. Like the apiary's time.
Then no.
Don't you want to know?
Not really. Time in the apiary only makes sense on apiary planets. The night and day cycles are a lot shorter here.
I know that. But I like to take a look at the time before I go to sleep. That way, when I wake up, I can look at the time and tell whether or not I slept well.
Can't you just go by whether or not you feel rested?
That's not the same. You don't get it. It's psychological.
How long do you need to sleep?
8 hours, 10 minutes.
Okay, so let's say it's 11 p.m. So tomorrow morning, I'll set the nest clock at 7 a.m. Does that work?
7:10. And yes, that works. Thanks.
I have a clock on my bedside table. It's a digital clock. I've had it since I was 8, I want to say. I cannot sleep without that clock. Not properly. I need it there. I need its little red glow. But it is. It's just something you get used to. It's your little comforts.
Whose turn is it to clean out the shower?
If you have to ask, that means it's yours.
Yes, that is the rule. And I always clean out the shower because I always asked. Whether that means that I made a mess or not, I don't know. We'll leave that up to imaginations. I don't think I ever used that bar. I might be wrong, but I can't remember. I don't think I did. Anyway, let's go on with the day, shall we? And this game really is just beautiful. These different islets, and just some of the things you're able to view, like blue glow from the star of this planet's star.
Oh, I was wondering if we'd ever find one.
What is it?
A drone charging station. For those that aren't built to harvest their own flow. Just like our old Dracker buddy. That would explain why its location was still in its memory.
You mean to tell me that this is some sort of flow pump?
No. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Do you think it still works?
Let's see.
Oh. That's not good, right? Is that something sent?
What's the matter?
It says system malfunction, error log sent.
Sent
Seriously?
as in...
I don't know, Kay. Sent. Did we tattle on ourselves just now? If the apiary is receiving a message coming from source, they're gonna know it's us.
Hold on. Can this thing really beam a signal all the way to the apiary? We're millions of lumsec away from the closest planet.
Yeah, that's true. I'm probably overreacting.
Until we figure it out, we probably shouldn't stay near this thing.
No, but there is a flow bridge over there. But, well, I mean, that's the stakes race. Still haven't completely cleared the islet. So, I'll get back to you once we have done that. You know, almost instantly through the power of editing. But it is interesting from a literary standpoint that the fact that we've sent an error message is bad. Because normally in this sort of circumstance, when you've got two people who are surviving on a foreign planet with no sort of civilization, You're looking for a way off. You're looking for a way back to find, back home to find your people to escape. Whereas in this game, it sort of flips on its head, and it's the worst possible thing we could have done.
Catula spirata, a bulbous plant from the Suppalaceous family. This flower has an incredible feature. It can flap its petals to send olfactory signals upwards and attract pollinators in the sky.
I wasn't asking. But you can tell me what that is.
Huh. That's a biggin'. A little large for a pollinator. But she doesn't look very aggressive.
Why is she flying in place like this?
She may be attracted by our smell. Or by something that's in our pocket. Do you want an apple dew?
No.
Oh, okay. Nope, no apple dew.
Some rust?
What are you doing? Why would she want some rust? This? Ah, she likes this.
What was that?
Leftover roasted apple dews.
She didn't want apple dews, but roasted apple dews are good?
Such is the power of cooking.
Anyway, she doesn't seem to have any issue traveling from one islet to the other.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Yes, and that's a very bad idea.
We must not be thinking about the same thing. Because I'm thinking about a rather excellent idea.
I'm pretty sure that you're thinking what I'm thinking that you're thinking.
Oh yeah? Go on then. What am I thinking?
You're thinking about climbing up on top of her so we could ride her to other islets.
Oh. Yes. Can you explain to me why this is a bad idea?
Ever heard of the law of attraction, gravitational pull, broken bones?
Come on, you. I thought you loved flying.
Yes, with seats and safety belts. Oh yeah, and cockpits too. Plus, how do you expect to climb on top of her? She'll never cooperate.
We just fed her. We're buddies now.
Hey, you're out of your mind.
If I manage to get on top of her, you'll follow?
And if you don't manage?
I will rub your feet every day for a week.
2 weeks.
10 days.
Sold. Do your worst.
Ready to get on board?
No, you do not have a choice.
A bet is a bet.
I hate UK.
No, you're gonna love it. You'll see.
Why isn't she moving?
Maybe she's waiting for directions. Let me try.
Okay, so I don't actually want to go anywhere. So I guess we'll just go to this one.
Whoa!
Off we go.
Brilliant. We're just back to the flow
She
bridge.
understood. Thank you. I'm afraid that's gonna be a bit tough for us to say.
Burble? Can we call you Burble?
All right, Burble it is. Hey, Burble, are you sticking around? We might want to go back to where we came from.
Well, that's pretty easy, Kate. You just go up here again. See? There you go. Right, now let's get back to clearing this islet and we can move on. And that is fast travel, as you probably saw. So I think I might use it to go back to the nest once we're done. So just zip up this hill.
Nice, nice. That's some
They
good
do
work.
hide them around the place. So it's always important when you're playing this game to keep your eye out for stuff.
Oh, look. That's how we got here.
Are you sure we didn't come this way?
Yeah. Maybe. What about the nest? Do you know which way that is?
I think somewhere in that direction. But I can't really tell with this mist.
At least from here, we can see the whole flow bridge.
Yeah, hard to tell when you're inside of it, but that thing is massive. And from here, you'd never know this is just millions of flow threads woven together.
Just millions of flow threads?
You know what I'm saying.
I'm wondering what the universe would look like without the flow arcs.
For one thing, we wouldn't be here to talk about it.
How do you mean?
The flow bridges are linking together 2 points in space, correct?
Carry on.
Anytime matter goes in the vicinity of these bridges, it's transported from one end to the other. Matter gathers at either end of the bridge, and that's what ends up creating these planets. Without flow bridges, no planets. Without planets, no life would happen. Without life happening, no us.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, that's not how it works here.
Not necessarily. Matter has to go elsewhere. Even without a flow bridge, a bit of matter would eventually collide with another bit of matter. Then another one, and another one. And all of these would fuse together, held tight by gravitational strength alone. It could eventually create planets of some kind. And with the right conditions, life might be able to spring too, wouldn't it?
Perhaps. But without flow bridges, planets would be all isolated from one another.
Yes, of course. I mean, can you imagine the horror? Stuck your entire life on this one planet. Without a flow bridge. Looking up to the infinite sky, with its billions of stars and planets, thinking that you'll never even get to touch them. That you'll never know anything else.
You just gave me chills.
I'm getting depressed just thinking about it, actually.
All right. Let's just try and get this out of our heads.
I feel insulted. But it is one of the reasons why I focus so heavily on my writing works on sci-fi and on different planets, because it's very interesting to imagine how different planets are, and you know, to have takes and whatnot on how a solar system would work with, you know, multiple stars in it or different types of planets. How would a frozen world work? How would the desert world work? And to just sort of explore and bounce ideas off. You know, you don't have to be scientifically exact with it, because it's your work and it's your story, as long as it's based relatively in the reality you set for your work. You know, you can sort of have that suspension of disbelief and work through it, and it is fun just to run through concepts and ideas, even if you don't actually put them in. That's one of the major draws of just, you know, you look up at the night sky and you think, what would it be like to set foot on Mars or one of these other planets which we've found recently, and how would it work with different solar systems for planets too close to it, or you know, you go and you sit on Titan for a bit.
Did this thing really lay its butt right in the middle of a flow bridge?
Come on! Psst. Move your butt elsewhere. All right, move along. Can't you see you're in the way? Ugh. All right, I'm gonna bloot him up.
Move over. I'll take care of it. We're gonna lift it gently and... This thing is so heavy. I'm not joking. This species must have developed a hypermass or something.
Oh, for sure. How else could it defeat your hyper guns?
Oh, please, ease off the snide comments and help me out. 1, 2, 3. Are you pushing?
Oh, I'm getting my nails done, mate.
No, I'm getting my nails done.
I mean, I paint them every so often, but not normally this long.
Of course I'm pushing!
Okay. I don't think this is gonna work. Looks like this guy likes flow so much that he can't take his butt off the spring.
So selfish.
Well, I guess we'll have to find some way of doing that.
I'm trying to bait Burble so we can get a lift.
Haha, I knew you would get into it.
Fastest way home is on Burble, and there she is. Let's go, girl. Okay, and that one's the nest. Ah, home sweet nest.
What are we supposed to do now the road is blocked by that oaf? The one blocking the bridge with his butt.
We look for another way?
What if there is no other way?
Then we'll have to find a way to get him to move.
I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find something.
See? You can cook too.
Stop it. I just skewered a bunch of vegetables.
Even still, it tastes great.
Through none of my doing. But it does taste great.
Did you find it?
No. You'll have to hold on a little longer.
I still think that I could have reached that shelf by climbing on a chair.
Sure, but you don't know where to look.
Neither do you, apparently.
I was thinking of something mean to reply, but I'll wait till I'm off your shoulders.
Good thinking.
Oh, I feel like we're going to get in trouble if I say it's junk.
Are you sure it's here?
Well, it's the most inaccessible part of the nest, so yes, chances are that's where I put it.
Okay, but considering that even while standing on a chair you can't reach the shelf, whose head was between your thighs when you decided to put it away?
You do not ask those questions of a lady. And anyway, all of your questions will be answered as soon as I... Ha! I got it! You can put me down.
So, give it to me.
Oh no! I will let you see my diary, because I'm nice. But first, I have to check that there's nothing embarrassing in it.
It's a diary. It's designed to be embarrassing.
Nothing too embarrassing.
Oh, almost celebrating.
What are you doing outside this late?
A cutting of Cattle Esperata. That way, we won't have to walk to reach remote islets.
I mean, we didn't walk anyway, but I guess I'll take verbal.
When did we ever walk to go somewhere?
Manner of speaking. You can nitpick, or you can help me out.
What do I need to do?
Give it a little love.
Cute. Still not celebrating though. But I think that is where we'll call it today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful whenever you view this. And I will see you in the next one. Ballet.